What's up, YouTube? Game Over 86 coming back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be giving you guys my E3 predictions and just going over some things, my opinions on what they need to do to bring this back, to bring Microsoft back to the forefront where they were good, where everybody was enjoying Microsoft at one point in time, what they need to really showcase at E3, really go all out, shove all the chips on the table, because if they don't, Sony will be willing and ready to unload all their ammunition like they did last year and the year before. So without further ado, if you guys are new to this channel and you guys like this video, make sure you share, subscribe, and thumbs up, hit the bell icon. Also, leave me a comment down below on how I did or what you guys think E3 Microsoft needs to do. And for all my returning subscribers, thank you for all the support and everything you guys do. And without further ado, let's just enjoy, guys, my commentary on this E3 comments and E3 predictions and E3 what Microsoft really needs to do to dig themselves out of the hole that they've already dug themselves into. Okay, so here we are. We're going to be talking about some E3 upcoming predictions. What games they're possibly going to bring. Repetitively, obviously, they're going to be bringing the Gears of War, the Forzas, possibly Halo 6, Gears of War 5, and Forza Horizon 4. I believe they're all going to be great games. I believe they're all going to be heavy hitters. I believe they're all going to be system sellers. They've always have, and they always will be. The thing that they really need, though, to do is just knock it out of the park. They need to not take any chances on messing this stuff up, because they've messed up enough E3s to where they just need to fix everything that they've ever screwed up, whether it, make amends with the customers and the fans, to make amends with the third-party developers. They really just need to open up and just, I'm telling you, man, unload. Do everything they can do to possibly win over the crowd at E3, to possibly bringing in new people to their console. Because if not, like I said before, Sony or even Nintendo are going to be knocking it out of the park. They always do. They always seem to surprise us with something crazy at the end. So Xbox better have stuff lined up in their butts and gear. And if they're not, they're going to pay for it once again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about some of the stuff they could fix at E3. First off, they need to lower the price on the Xbox One X. Yes, everybody heard me correctly. Lower that to $400 or give us a $50 off. That would really make everybody excited. A lot of people aren't talking about that, but I would lower the Xbox One X. Another thing that I would change, obviously, in the Xbox community is I would be announcing new IPs, whether it be first party, whether it be third party, hell, whether it be even second party. AA games are sometimes fun. Sometimes they don't get enough love as is. But if they don't bring enough IPs to the table, like I said, they're already going to be bringing Gears of War 4. Or Gears of War 5, I apologize, and Halo 6. They're going to probably tease us with some videos on that. They might even bring a new Fable. That would be cool. That would be a game breaker right there. I mean, if people out there have enjoyed the Fable franchises, that would be just so intriguing. Hopefully, they also can bring back some games that were just beloved from the Xbox original and the Xbox 360 eras, and hopefully they can win over some fans that way. Other things that they could possibly bring to the Xbox without having to lack of commitment from other fans or from Sony or from Nintendo that they may be wanting and willing to do is two things. Simply, bring games that people all enjoy, whether it be multi-platform or whether it be story-driven. They need to open up and understand that, you know what? They were wrong for saying certain things at E3. They were wrong for telling us that we always had to be online. They were wrong for selling a console that wasn't even really overpowered with the Xbox One original for $500 that came with the Kinect. They were wrong on a lot of things. They need to admit that they have struggled. They need to stop shooting themselves in the foot and just telling everybody, well, it's going to be okay. We're going to redeem ourselves. We're going to be bringing games and all this other good stuff that we all think, well, yeah, we wait and see. This is the last E3 that I believe they have to get possibly back in front. And it starts in June when Microsoft hits that stage. I'm telling you, if they do not sit back and they do not like make us go crazy over this stuff that they're talking about, I'm telling you, they may never win the console/PC war ever again. I mean, people say that they're in competition with Sony. Well, with what? Money-wise, I don't know. But with game-wise, they're not even close in competition when it comes to that, especially in exclusives. But other games that they could be revising in here would be possibly, you know, another Sunset Overdrive would be good. I mean, as you guys see the gameplay footage right here, I mean, it's remarkable what they did. Insomniac Games did a great job on this game. It was a fun game. The online multiplayer lacked a little bit, so they could always bring a new version of this game. Maybe bring a new installment to the franchise. I know a lot of people out there liked it. I enjoyed Sunset Overdrive. I believe that they could also bring some new games with Insomniac doing Spider-Man for PlayStation. Maybe they got something up their sleeves. Maybe they're working on something. Maybe they're hiding something that we don't know. So it would be cool to maybe see another Sunset Overdrive, maybe open up the online multiplayer, make it more immersive when it comes to bringing the gameplay to the fans. I mean, it did get somewhat repetitive when you did story missions and all this other BS that came along with the game. But the overall fun play of it was fun, and that's Insomniac bringing that weird guns. They've always been known for weird guns and weird gimmicks, and it's always went well over the fan. I've never seen a real bad Insomniac game, so I mean, if they could redo another one, that would be great to keep not only the fans happy, but to keep Microsoft relevant. I mean, if that's a big game that they could release, that would go well over. Other games that they could be showing, obviously, I've already talked about, but Halo 6 could be the biggest game that they could be making right now. Hidden, obviously, it's going to be teased at a trailer. They may be showing some new games that are upcoming with Halo 5, remasters, and all that other stuff that they've brought in the past. But if they show some actual gameplay footage, and I don't want a teaser. I know you guys out there, I kind of personally would want an actual trailer that shows, or a gameplay actually, not a trailer, but a gameplay footage of some actual stuff. That would be great. I mean, a lot of fans out there were kind of bummed, that they haven't really gotten a lot of excitement from their games, especially first-party titles that are always somewhat repetitive. They still bring great gameplay, great multiplayer, and great story play. So, I mean, a new Halo 6 would be great. I know a lot of people out there, and myself included, I hope that they do good. The first 3 Halos were great. 4, 5 was to me, I didn't really enjoy them as much as I did the first 3. So if they could go back to the original ways of making them and possibly change some stuff up, that would be great. They also could be making, right now, I mean, Halo Wars 3, I really like that kind of turn-based style, real-time, actually, gameplay. I really liked Halo Wars. Halo Wars 2 was fun. I've played a lot of that game. A lot of the gameplays that I enjoyed over the years have always been kind of turn-based or real-life, real-time action, over the top. I thought it was fun. The online multiplayer is a little odd and a little quirky, but I mean, they could really fix that up. I think it would be awesome. Halo Wars was a pretty big game for me. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I know a lot of people, had their ups and downs about it, but from the first Halo Wars to the second, they've done leaps and bounds when it comes to the gameplay, strategy, story, and they could just build from there. I know a lot of people like this game, and Halo's a big name to sell. I know, like I said just recently, Halo 6 is going to be a huge game if they release that game maybe this winter. That would be a bombshell if they did that. But Halo Wars, if they don't release Halo 6 at all this year or maybe next year, they could drop a Halo Wars to keep fans happy and possibly move on to the future. I would do some different story play animations, maybe bring in some different characters, and I mean that's basically what they could do. Keep that franchise going because it was good and good for the fans. And coming up next, Gears of War. I talked about it earlier. Gears of War 4 was amazing. It was 4K, 60 frames a second, really great game. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed some multiplayer on it. I thought it was great. I believe that they're going to be bringing Gears of War 5. Whether it be this winter or this fall, that's still to come, but they're going to announce something in a trailer with Gears of War 5. Now, this is what I think they should do with the Gears of War franchise. It's always been the same. Stories have been pretty good on it, pretty solid, but they do need to change some of the gameplay up. I think they need to bring some different aspects to the game, and just to make it feel like it's a new game. New to the fans, new to the die-hard Xbox fans that are out there that enjoyed this game like myself. I enjoyed this game. I played the heck out of it. And they just really need to bring this to the forefront to show not only that they still got what it takes to make first-party IP titles, but to change them so that they don't feel, and they're not feeling repetitive, and fans don't sit back and go, oh, it's the same Gears of War. And then they don't have to worry about seeing the same BS every time. Bring back some games that we all enjoy and that we all love to play, but change it up a little bit. Make it to where fans in this whole community will get behind and back. Obviously, other games that I think that they might be bringing, whether it be old IPs that they're just, obviously making stories after stories after stories and new IPs. They could also bring back stuff that not everybody understands fully, and bring back some new IPs, maybe some new horror games, some new, just like I said, multi-playing platform games that everybody can get behind and enjoy. They do bring new animation, just new ways of getting intrigued into these characters that we've lived by and that we've played throughout the years. Some of the big things that I question Microsoft on is their creativity when it comes to their own first-party titles. We know that third parties lacking on there. They don't really have a whole lot of exclusive third-party titles. I hope that they come out and they share with us some new exclusives, whether it be maybe a Superman game. That would be insane. Get the DC comic fans in it. Get a lot of these games to come over. Maybe take Deadpool and just go crazy with it. You never know. Obviously, they need to do something to please these fans, whether it be to sign EA, which I don't see them doing. But if they can get some exclusive content exclusively for them for the first year, whether it be Tomb Raider again, or whether it be Madden for a year, or Madden map packs, or any of that stuff. I say map packs, but I meant cards, and I mean Black Ops 4. If they could get all the map packs, try to do what they did in the 360, or really push to pay these third-party developers to jump to their side. That would obviously help them not only in sales, but overall just, driving their market even more than what it already is. It's a big company. We all know that. They have tons of money to support this, which is why I got so frustrated when I see some of these games that are lacking, like Sea of Thieves. We should all be mad. We should all be mad when Rare sits back and has Nintendo backing them in the years, and they put out all these great games that Rare has made. It's sad to see that Rare making these garbage games when they could do better with, especially Microsoft, the more well company, the more money, more advanced. So new things that I want are, if they're going to bring old IPs back, bring some games, but change up the style, change up the story. Let us get to know these characters instead of it being so repetitive. Gears of War is fun, but it's the same thing. I'm going to shoot aliens, live a different story, shoot over my shoulder. Why it is fun, yes, but they need to change up the story and gameplay. And I think that it starts at this year's E3. Other big games that are coming that a lot of people are talking about, and a lot of that I'm excited about, and this game I play a lot of and I've always enjoyed, and that's the Forza Horizon series. I do believe that Forza Horizon 4 is going to be a huge bombshell, man. I hope that they drop a teaser on it. I hope it comes out next year in the springtime or summer. That would be great, especially when it comes to competing with all these other platforms. They've lived off the Forza franchise. I know Forza 7 kind of shot them in the foot with the microtransactions, but all in all, it was a great game. They really need to not only open up this racing game, but they need to bring something extreme. It's a well seller. I think that they could update some stuff, maybe bring a new VR. I made a video recently about that. Where's my VR? I know they were talking about HoloLens or you know, bring in some of that with the Xbox One X. I hope they introduce something like that. That would be a big time bombshell to help out their sales, to help bring some more excitement in the Xbox community. I know a lot of Xbox fans are just starving for content, and it's sad because, like I said before, they have more money than Nintendo and Sony, but yet they show us these games that I swear, you know, Atari could make. And I mean Atari, the console company, not the actual just game making company. I'm talking about games where you play them on the Atari and you're like, this is it. Like, Microsoft's better than that. They should be held accountable for this. And I hope at this year's E3 they bring back these games, not only new IPs and introduce some new games that we're all wanting, but bring some games with some different flavor. It seems like it's the same old, and if they could change up some of the stories, like even Quantum Break was kind of a bomb. And, you know, a lot of people always say that story modes and cinematics and all that stuff, you know, a lot of Xbox fans did hate Sony for that. But if you look at Quantum Break, that was a big story, cinematic kind of game, and it just didn't go well over with fans. And maybe there's more fans on Xbox that like multiplayer. So if they got to keep targeting multiplayer, but I still believe they should bring some games over that have some great story content. If they don't release that at E3, man, there's going to be a lot of people dropping, I think, Xbox and just saying, you know what, they wash their hands clean, they're moving on from this company. And I think that if they do not change their ways, Sony is going to come back, whether it be at this E3 or next, and they're going to drop the PlayStation 5 announcement. And if Xbox doesn't have anything or any ground to stand on, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be one of them days where Xbox fans sit back and say, wow, what could we have done better? What could Phil Spencer done better? So this is a big year. This is a big year not only for Microsoft in a whole as an Xbox community and console, but it's a big year, I think, for Phil Spencer. It's make or break for him. He's not only, I think, taken this company and ran it to the ground, but if he doesn't announce something with VR, new IPs, or new third-party content, it's over. So anyway, that was my prediction, guys, on E3. They were my opinions on some of the games. If you guys do like this video, make sure you guys hit the share and subscribe. Game Over 86 is always out. Peace, guys.